So before we meet our guest, stay healthy, stay connected, time to get unmasked. So I've got 10 questions for him. Let's hear what he has to say.
Pandemic has been alright. We've all lost someone this pandemic. I've lost an uncle, someone very close to me as well. The faintest of silver line is I've had a great chance to be with my family, to be with my mom, dad, my wife, my kid, just 8 months old. So I've got to spend some lovely time with them. Also, right before we went into lockdown, I just released my debut album called ASM 1, and we had a nice little album launch here in Kathmandu. It's just one of the best shows, and we were looking forward to a Nepal tour that, now maybe when things get a little better, we'll go ahead with. But yeah, the ASM 1 album, and then I re-released an EP called Blue Dawn. It was a collection of songs, acoustic, electronic, collaborations with various artists. ASM 1 and ASM Blue Dawn are available on an app called Noodle. It's been developed by our friends here in Nepal, and it's a fantastic app. Noodle Rex, if anyone wants to download it, please do. It's the most beneficial app for all musicians because it pays you directly, per the downloads that it hits, and streaming and YouTube isn't really doing it for a lot of us. So I'm so glad that we have the Noodle app. So yeah, that's how the pandemic has been. I've spent it, releasing 2 albums. First of all is Gothali by Paino Battimuni. That's on my playlist. I love that song. Yedi by Resonance of Roots. If you haven't heard of the band Resonance of Roots, please do go out, if you will, and hear this band Resonance of Roots. They are fantastic. So Yedi by Resonance of Roots. And of course, another band that is a definite listen is a band called Space from Nepal, and their song Meet the Bright is one of my favorites. I have the whole album. I, Hallucinating, Apostrophone. Space is a really, really cool band, and yeah, so those are the 3 that are on my playlist at the moment, powered by the Noodle app. I've had people name ASM in the most underrated thing, so it feels kind of weird because I would really suggest, there's so many great artists that I know that haven't got that, that sort of limelight, so to speak. But if there's an artist I can really talk about, it's Ankita Pun. Ankita Pun lives in Putwal. Her song Miley and her song Putali are just so good, and she has this beautiful, just her voice has this beautiful tone that harkens, reminds me of the old golden era of the Indian film industry, the Lata Mangeshkars and Asha Bhosles, and she has that beautiful quality in her voice. So I would definitely say Ankita Pun is definitely an underrated artist. Any song from hers is a must listen. I've never really thought of that there's an artist I really want to work with, because I think I have to come across the song first and then go this would suit this artist, or I need to meet someone who can play this, or who can do this part. I would have really loved to have worked with Yamaputta. I was a big fan of his. I am a big fan of his, and Yeah, that's one that got away. And at the moment, I would love to work with a producer called Breeze. His name is Utsav, and he lives in Purba. We've had talks here and there. He's a fantastic producer. Does a lot of hip hop, a lot of trap and beats, and I'd love to work with him because he's so talented. And yeah, so Breeze Utsavacharya, that's his real name. I just gave it out. I'd love to work with you. Well, I mean, I can tell you the cleanest is a surprise for many is Suncha Walks. Very OCD. Very meticulous. I've seen him open his rig and just talk. He's so precise and accurate. God, he's so good. He's very neat and clean, and he wants things in place. He wraps the cable properly and everything. So yeah, I think I would definitely say Suncha Box is the cleanest. What would I say? Yeah, cleanest. And the most yeah, this is gonna get us in a lot of trouble, right? The messiest. God, who would be the messiest, right? That's a good question. Probably Saurabh Bhatt, right? And I can say that because I'm a friend of his. He's a vocalist, but God, he can't even manage his own mic. I love him. Saurabh Bhatt, right? The uncleanest is my choice. Oh, wow, that's a strong question. I can, I work in media. I work as a creative and branding strategist, so I'm really good at giving presentations and convincing people, and pitching these great ideas for campaigns and huge branding exercises and things like that. So I'm really, really good at giving presentations too. So one of these days, watch out. I asked myself this question 11 years ago, in 2010, when I was not doing music. It's like, what do I want it to be written on my epitaph? Like, what should it be? And I thought, just here lies ASM, a musician. That's it. That's all I want. Just remember me as a musician. That's it. I'm trying my best to be a good person. I try every day. And I sometimes fail every day. But I want to be a good musician. I want to be known as, that guy made some good music. That's all. I would love to have been involved in the pro wrestling business. Not as a wrestler, but backstage working as a writer or someone who writes the storyline. So because we all grew up on wrestling so much, it became, I'm like, that's something I could have done. And I could write these. I could definitely write these storylines. That's what I used to think. And so yeah, my crazy out there dream would have been to work as a creative writer in pro wrestling. Keep your distance. It's not unhygienic to still wear a mask. Also when you go outside. We were wearing masks here before the corona thing came out because there's a lot of dust in Kathmandu. The AQ level was really bad, and we were wearing masks. I was wearing masks all the time when I would ride on my bike. Like, it's just something that we had to do. So I think we need to wash our hands. Just do the basics right. And as long as we do that right, I think everything will be all right. And we've all. Every household has been hit by this pandemic, so my prayers to all of you, and my love to all of you. And somehow we've made it out of it, and we're here for a reason. And I think positivity and just being more understanding I'm guilty of this too, of being too opinionated sometimes about things. Just giving things a chance, hearing both sides, and just being a little more empathetic. I think we all could use that. Do all the good in the world and be nice to everyone. We got to be safe, so put on a mask and be good. And that's the best we can do here. So thank you to Pepperbox and all the viewers and subscribers of Pepperbox. I'm looking forward to those great awesome videos that you make, and hopefully participating in them as well in the future. Till next time, this is ASM. Goodbye.
Well, you have made it so far, so thank you so much for watching this video. So until next time, stay healthy, stay connected. Time to get unmasked.